Hello, beer tubers, and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hobbits. Today, joined by my dad,
the Jarl of Yeast.
Yes, it is my father's birthday. Or it was a few days ago, and we're here celebrating his birthday today. Do you want to say how old you turn?
I'm a young man, only 71.
Yeah, and you've actually been in a lot of videos over the years.
Yeah.
So people might have seen you before.
Yes, and I've tasted a lot of good beers.
Yeah, we've had some really good things.
Yeah.
And for your birthday this year, I thought I wanted to share something really special.
Mm.
You can smell this beer in the entire room, by the way. But for celebrating fatherhood, we did the very exclusive stout, BBT.
Yes.
And now for your birthday, we're doing a really exclusive barley wine. And the reason why I want to do barley wine with you is because you always talk about Old Numbskull.
Yes.
When we tried barrel-aged Old Numbskull for the first time, I think that was the first time maybe you had an experience with barrel-aged beer. I'm not sure.
It wasn't the first time, but it blew me backwards.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. It was one of those first mind-blowing experiences.
Yeah.
And whenever we've talked about barrel-aged beers, Dad always brings up Old Numbskull.
Yeah.
So it's okay, we need to get him some barley wine. So what we're going to be trying today is one of the highest rated barley wines in the entire world. And a beer that I've a couple of times awarded the best beer. A variation of this beer was the best beer last year. And the year before that, I think the previous batch of this was the best beer. So I have my hopes high. So this is from Anchorage Brewing Company, and we're trying none other than the Triple Oaked A Deal with the Devil. This is batch number 11. So basically, Anchorage is a brewery in Alaska, of all places, in Anchorage, making a lot of different beers. Back in the day, they were known for a lot of sour beers, but then they made this beer, A Deal with the Devil, and that was the beer that kind of really made the brewery blow up a bit, and then they followed along over the years in making more different barrel-aged beers, developing a unique process for doing it. So instead of doing just in one barrel for some time, they do what they call double or triple oaking, now also quadruple oaking, where the beer jumps between barrels. So you do some aging for sometimes in one barrel, then jump to the next to get the characters really explosive. And then the triple oaked is the highest they've done.
Yep.
And this version here is on a whopping 18.5% alcohol, so really strong. And it was aged in a total of 25 months in a blend of Willet, Woodford Reserve double oaked bourbon barrels, and cognac barrels. So different Willet bourbon barrels and Woodford Reserve double oak. And cognac, I think it's the first time I try anything that's not bourbon from them or rye whiskey.
Okay.
But yeah, let's see how this one is. I mean, what do you think of the color?
Well, that's pitch black.
It almost looks like a stout.
Yeah.
With these beers, they often boil them for a very long time, so the color changes. Because barley wine can sometimes be a bit more pale, more brown.
But this is maybe the age in the barrels do that.
Yeah, that also does it. So it's a combination of the age in the barrels, and also because it's American barrels, bourbon barrels, they're charred on the inside. But also because you boil it so long, the color really gets darker and darker. But yeah, it looks nice in the glass. You can see it's rich. You can smell it. It's got some beige. It actually has some foam, which is nice. Beige head. Do you want to check out the aroma on this one?
Yeah, let's try it.
Let's try it. Oh, wow. A lot of barrel. Oh, this smells so good. It's very intense on the spirit.
Very, very intense. But you could smell it even when you opened it.
Yeah, it was like...
Yeah.
So this is another bottle that I got from the channel sponsor called Brewed. So they once in a while get these on their web shop, which is one of the reasons why we get to drink this stuff. So thanks a ton to Brewed. Link for their shop is down below. They just recently had another Anchorage release. No A Deal with the Devils though, but other things that sound really nice I've yet to try. But it's very intense on bourbon whiskey. I'm not sure if I can smell cognac, but I really smell a lot of caramel, fudge,
dark fruits.
Yeah, leather, vanilla, loads of vanilla.
Yeah.
Some tobacco kind of notes, like pipe tobacco, sweet pipe tobacco.
Yeah, it could be a bit like that.
Yeah, it's so layered. Rich, dark, almost like when you make brune kartofler for Christmas. When you get the sugar all really dark. Caramelized.
I think some of the smell is like when I was smoking pipe, I smoked something called sweet Dublin.
Ah, yeah. Ah, it's funny you just mentioned that. I totally remember that smell.
Yeah.
Because I remember when you smoked that, I remember smelling the tobacco.
Yeah.
And Sweet Dublin, I remember the actual brand too.
This is a bit like that.
Yeah, because it has that sweetness. Because that's a sweeter kind of tobacco. As far as I remember.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then it's just like that explosive bourbon character, loads of deep, rich caramelized nuances and dark fruit, and it just smells like a massive beer.
Yeah.
And what's impressive as well, it does not smell like 18.5% alcohol.
No, you don't smell the alcohol.
Besides, you smell like spirit, the barrels it's been in, but it's not like boozy.
Yeah.
You want to try it?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's do it. Cheers. Happy birthday, Dad.
Thank you, Sonny.
That's really nice. Oh, there is so much whiskey character, and it's so just the aftertaste right now in your mouth. It just grows like.
And now you feel the alcohol.
Yeah, going down like.
Yeah. But yes.
Yeah, these kind of beers are fucking amazing.
Fantastic.
It's so rich, and there's definitely a lot of alcohol drawn from all those barrels. But it's not like it's too much.
No, but a lot of sweetness too.
Yeah, and I think the sweetness helps hold everything in check. So
yes, I think so too.
too boozy. This is fucking exceptional beer.
Yeah, fantastic.
I think there's a lot of all those caramel notes that we talk about on the aroma, but the flavor has a lot of the spirit, more so than the aroma even, I think. Like so much bourbon whiskey flavor, and even some spicy notes on the back.
Yes,
And
you get on the back of the tongue. You get this.
Spicy, prickly
Yep.
thing. Could be, I don't know. Maybe I think Willet bourbon has rye in it, and rye often gives a bit of that spice. And then it finishes with some dry woodiness, but it's not like dry at all. Like it's a really rich, thick body. You can feel it on your lips.
Yeah.
What do you taste in it?
Oh, I taste the bourbon. Definitely the bourbon, and yes, all these chocolate, dark fruits. And especially the bourbon.
Yeah. I think the cognac maybe is just like a complementing note. There's something that might be a little bit more of that dry, grapey. That could also be the spice, because I think French oak barrels are spicy and peppery in quality, whereas American oak is vanilla and caramel. So maybe that like slight spicy edge on the back there could be the
Could be,
cognac barrel.
yeah, maybe.
What do you think of do you get those kind of sweet Dublin notes still on the flavor?
I've never eaten that tobacco, but totally yes.
Yeah. It has something that reminds you of like a sweet pipe tobacco.
Yeah.
Maybe even a slight kind of leathery note, I think.
Yeah.
Even like cherry tobacco, because
And,
there's like some char to it. And also you said, there's almost like chocolate vibes lightly, or just like a cocoa powder.
And it sticks to the glass. You get these curtains in the glass, like not many beers do that.
No.
But really a special.
Yeah.
Really a special.
Yeah, it's a real treat of a beer. It's like, this is one of these beers that I think like you should try a variation on it at least once. I think the best I've had has been the triple oaked, and then they did one which was called A Deal with Evil, which was in bourbon, rye whiskey, and red wine barrels.
Okay.
And the red wine barrels worked insanely well with the barley wine, because you got that almost like vinous, because it has the dark fruity notes.
Yeah.
But then with red wine qualities was really good. Like it might even be my favorite variant of the beer actually. but they just did that once. But yeah, there's so many layered flavors. It's super rich, so much caramel and toffee, all this like tobacco we talk about, sweet pipe tobacco, loads of vanilla too, and this huge attack of the barrels. Although this is like almost like 20%, I think I could definitely sit and drink a bottle on my own over the course of an evening because it's not like hard to drink in anyway.
No.
But it's something where you want to sit and savor it because there's so many things going on, and also because the ABV. Like this is not something you want to drink fast because you'll get really drunk if you drink it too fast. But it's definitely, I think, a beer that's best for sharing.
Yep.
But this is fucking wonderful. I love this beer. It's one of my all-time favorite barley wines. I knew exactly what I was going into, so it's not like I was massively surprised. But it's definitely a little bit different than the previous batch I had. It's a bit more spicy, and I think that could be the cognac barrel. But in terms of a grade for me, I mean, I'm not sure if it's because I like the red wine version a little bit more, but it's like I can't really decide right now for me if it's 99 or 100. It's either of the two. Maybe I'll put that in the video later once the glass is finished, because I'm like, the first time I had it, I was so blown away. I was like, what even is this? And now I feel like I'm not blown away in the same way, but that's because I knew what to expect.
Yeah. Same with me, because I have still the two numbskulls we have tasted, and I've tasted some other barley wines. So you knew what you went into.
Yeah.
And that it's like love. First time is always the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but definitely, I'll say 99.
Yeah, it's it doesn't get much better than this.
No,
it's like it takes all the boxes for complexity. It's one of the most complex beers you can get.
Yeah. In North Jutland, we are always very, very down to earth.
Very modest.
So we would say I've tasted something that was worth.
Yeah, so I've tasted worse. Or we would say, yeah, it's okay. Yeah. That's a big compliment where we're from. If someone tells you your food or whatever, oh, it's okay, then they're like, okay, it's really good actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks a ton for joining, Dad, on your birthday even, or the celebration of your birthday.
Yep.
So yeah, if you guys had this one, let us know what you thought of it. Thanks a ton to Beer Dome for the beer. Check them out. Link for the shop is down below. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And we're going to say cheers and happy birthday to the Autumn Yeast.
And see you
in another beer review. Skål.
Skål.